Hello everybody, and as always, welcome back to Crazy Horse Gaming and another Crazy Horse Throwback Tuesday. Today we are looking at Flashback on the Sega Megadrive. Developed by Delphine Software and Tiertex, published by US Gold in 1992, Flashback was released on a load of different platforms, including, of course, the Sega Megadrive, the Amiga, MS-DOS, SNES, Sega CD, 3DO, CDI, Atari Jaguar, Mac, and now is also available on the iPhone. Flashback is a cinematic platformer. The game was designed by, let me see if I can get this right, Paul Cousset. Probably pronounced wrong, I do apologise. The same guy behind the classic game Future Wars. Based in the future, you play as Conrad, a man who wakes up in the jungle on Titan with no memory at all of who he is. So, that's what starts you off on the adventure, which is the 7 levels of puzzle and adventure. Flashback's gameplay revolves a lot around platform-based puzzles, which you have to figure out in order to progress through the levels. The puzzles usually involve trying to figure out how to get past a certain locked door, or helping a stranger to get by. One of the more notable aspects of the game's mechanics is that Delphine have gone to a great deal of effort to create a very realistic feel to your character. With lifelike motions and ability, so you can only jump round about the same height and distance as a normal human would, or if you had taken, say, a running jump. If you take too much damage, you'll die, and believe me, you cannot take a lot of damage in this game at all. Well, 1-2 shots and you're dead. The characters also have a very realistic movement set to them. The characters walked and moved in a pretty realistic and fluid fashion, especially for the time in which this game was created. Now, it's time I address one of the big features of this game, one of the things that really drew me in as a kid, and one of the things that I still love now, the visual style. The visual style and the graphics of this game I thought were amazing back when I was a younger gamer. Considering the game is now 21 years old, more or less, the game has amazing hand-drawn backgrounds for each level, with brilliant sound effects creating an amazing atmosphere. This really helps draw you into the game. You can also see that, as well as the realistic movements of the characters you play as and the characters you encounter, Delphine have also done a great job of making these characters look realistic also. Now to the main thing that I loved about this game back then and still do now, and that was the pre-rendered cinematic cutscenes of this game. Now I remember playing this game many years ago back on my old Sega Megadrive when I was a lot younger than now, and just being blown away by what I saw. I really did think it was amazing. I could be wrong, but I don't remember any of the other games on the console or any of the other consoles were even attempting this, and I definitely didn't have any other games that came close to this in my collection. What Delphine were doing really was amazing work, which probably explains why the sale pitch they used for this game was it being a CD-ROM game on a cartridge. I know this may seem dated now, but back then this really was a great looking game. The game also had a really decent soundtrack, and they managed to create a game with a very Blade Runner type feel to it. Flashback had a real mature and grown-up feel to it, with a great script, great story. It really was like you were in some kind of interactive mystery thriller type thing, you know. It really was impressive at the time. Had a really gritty and exciting feel to it. The game was also considered a commercial and critical success, even getting itself in the Guinness World Book of Records as the best-selling French game of all time. Flashback also got a sequel in 1995, this game being called Fade to Black. But that is another throwback for another time. Well, thanks for watching. I've been Mike Penman, and this has been Throwback Tuesday on Crazy Horse Gaming. For more news, reviews, infos and videos, please feel free to check out all the other features we have on our site. We get stuff up there as often as we can. I'll leave a link in the description of this video below to the site, and once again, thank you all for watching, it really is appreciated. Goodbye!